Workspaces exist in most Linux desktop environments, and they all generally work the same. They are virtual desktops that you can run applications in separately and independently, and in this video I'll share a few tips and keyboard shortcuts that I use for navigating workspaces quickly and efficiently. So first off, you may be familiar with navigating through different applications within the same window. So if we open up a few applications like Files and Ubuntu Software Center, and let's say System Settings, we can use Alt-Tab to switch between different ones. So we can cycle through to we find the application we want to use, and then just let go and it brings it up. So we can bring applications to the foreground this way. Quite often in my own workflow, I like to separate things that I'm working on. So in one workspace, one virtual workspace, I like to have my mail application and my web browser and my to-do list. And then in another workspace, I like to have whatever documents I'm working on, something I'm writing, some code I'm writing. So I keep my work and my kind of communication separate. This helps me focus a little better and avoid unnecessary distraction. And if I'm alt-tabbing between different applications, I don't have to alt-tab through every application on my system, just the ones I'm currently working on. So if we go into System Settings that I've opened here and click Appearance, Behavior, I go down and I can enable workspaces. So when I do that, you'll see here it gives me 4 workspaces and it shows me I'm currently working in this first workspace in the upper left-hand corner. Now if I click on this workspace switcher, I can see the 4 workspaces and I can go over to another one. And let's say in this one I open up Firefox, and I can switch again and go down to this one, and let's say I open up LibreOffice if I'm writing documents. And maybe in this last one, I'll open the terminal. I'll press Ctrl-Alt-T to open up a terminal window. So here I have my 4 workspaces, my 4 virtual workspaces that I can switch between. Now you can click and switch to ones. It's kind of an inefficient way of doing it. What you want to do is press Ctrl-Alt and use your arrow keys. So if I arrow to the right, it goes to the right workspace, down, left again, and back up. So I can navigate through all the workspaces just using Ctrl-Alt and the arrow keys. Now, let's suppose I open up an application, and let's say my system settings, I want to move down to the workspace below. If I right-click on the title bar here, I can pick where I want to move this. So if I put move to workspace right, it'll move it right, down, or another workspace. So the workspaces are enumerated 1 to 4. Workspace 2 is here. So if I count them, it's 1 on this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's how the workspaces, the quadrants are enumerated. Or I can just say move down, and it will go down here. I can also say always visible on workspace. And you see it's contained on every workspace. So it's a single application running, but it shows up on every workspace, and I can uncheck that just to have it in the current one. Oh, only on this workspace. There we go. So it disappears from the rest, but it's only a single application running. So you can navigate quickly and efficiently through the different workspaces and separate your work in a logical fashion. And that concludes this video on navigating workspaces.